Yeah, so we're recording.
Great. Oh wow, that's close. Hey.
Yeah, that's your close-up. Hey friends, Will here, back for another video, and this week we're going to do something a little bit different. You might remember a little while ago I did a music video and I showed you this weird rig that I made for shooting on an iPhone, and that video was actually for a band called Lazybones, and that video is out. I mean, it's not out right now while we're recording this,
No.
but
Soon.
it's out by the time you're watching this, so it's out. And so today I've got Candi, who is the lead singer,
Keys player.
in Lazybones, a very good friend of mine, and we thought it would be nice just to have a really nice chat about kind of the idea for the video, the kind of how we did it from a bit of a technical level, about how I went about sort of filming it, and kind of the idea behind the video, really. Is that right?
Yeah, spot on.
Spot on.
Spot on.
So yeah, that's what we're doing. Tell us about the song, the concept of the song, and how the kind of idea came around for the video, maybe.
So the song is called Heartbeat Like a Drum. It's kind of a love song, I guess, but it's a song pretty much about, you know, when you really fancy someone and you get near them and you're like, ah, that's what the song's about, that kind of...
The heartbeat.
The heartbeat, that feeling where you're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna see them.
Yeah, nice.
So that said, the video, we're not that type of band where we want, we don't want videos that are anything that we have to act in and be kind of weird in. We're very much like, we just want to be the way that we are. And
which is weird.
Which is weird.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Which is weird.
Just to clarify.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
We have a big personality as a band, and we really want people to see that. So the video, the whole idea of the video was a way for us to show our personalities, for people to kind of have a bit of fun with us and show that we don't mind kind of doing things that are a bit funny, essentially, because we would rather people want to go for a beer with us than think we're too cool for school.
It's nice to make fun of yourself sometimes, isn't it? And to just be a fool.
Yeah, well, fool's a strong word.
No, come on, it's... Yeah.
No, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm wearing all yellow.
Yeah.
I'm wearing all yellow, which I obviously go around town in all the time.
Yeah.
All yellow all the time is my motto in life. So yeah, the idea was just to have a really fun video, and then we were really, really keen to use people that we know and people that we trust. And obviously we're really good friends.
Yeah.
Great friends. So yeah, we were like, let's just get all of our friends involved, just mainly just you and then 2 other people.
Yeah.
Obviously Honor and Maddie, great job. Just do something kind of low budget, because we're not millionaires. Do something low budget that looks fun, that kind of reflects exactly where we are right now.
So that's kind of like the concept for the song and kind of the video. For me, right, Candi and the guys in Lazybones asked me if I'd do the video, and obviously if you tune into the channel at all, then you know that I love a bit of kit, you know, bit of gear.
Loves a bit of
and
gear.
So when you asked me to do the video, I was obviously like, perfect, good opportunity, get the kit out. And then you said,
we want it to be on an iPhone in one shot.
Great. Which is,
a dream.
Dream.
Every videographer's dream.
Yeah, and I've done a few videos on the channel about like using iPhones for filmmaking or just general bits and pieces for photography and videography. So it was quite an interesting challenge to kind of actually make that happen and try and, from my point of view, it was about trying to create something that was not obvious that it was made on an iPhone. I wanted something that looked professional, but obviously, almost in a geeky way to kind of showcase what is capable with just an iPhone. But that did have some challenges.
Yeah. How did you feel? How did you feel when we said we want it on an iPhone with a one shot?
Well,
what was your first thought?
Well, obviously there was a little bit of disappointment. There's a little bit of disappointment that I couldn't use all of my equipment.
Yeah.
And part of the fun for me about obviously filmmaking is, first and foremost, it's about telling a story in whatever sense that might be. It's about kind of telling a story. Second to that, from a kind of technical level, it's about delivering something that is a quality piece of kind of technical delivery of that story. So, and I think filmmakers are very quick to look at other people's work, and we're like looking for we're looking for like the noise in the shadows, or like, oh, is that correctly exposed, and is the grade a little too much or whatever. And obviously, so using an iPhone, there's part of it that's removes that, because you just know that you're working with some limitations that you're not going to be able to get around. But at the same time, part of my brain kind of went into overdrive to kind of see how much of those challenges I could overcome. So like, I mean, the rig that I built was a perfect example of that. Because we had the gimbal, and if you've not seen the rig video, I actually made it live on a video, so I'll link that in the description so you can check it out. But it's just a bit of wood actually, and our mate Mike threw this bit of wood together and started it, and then I sort of finished the job and used it. So, and we used a mobile gimbal, a Xeon Smooth Q, which just goes straight onto this bit of wood, and and that was it. And that just enabled to get some sort of smooth footage, and it just made it a bit more comfortable for like holding it. And we had the Bluetooth speaker,
my Bluetooth shower speaker taped on the front,
taped on the side,
and
so that we had
iPad,
the music.
The iPad on
the
back.
And then I had an iPad so that I could have another screen for monitoring like the exposure and stuff. And that was like another challenge, really.
Covered in an Amazon box because it was so sunny.
Yeah, I had like a makeshift cardboard sun hood. It was questionable how effective that actually was, but it did the job. And like that was a massive thing actually. Like the day. I mean, well, tell us about the day. Like,
the day was so hot. It was so hot. It was the hottest day of the year so far at that point.
Yeah.
And it was very long, but we started with great hope. So obviously there was us three in the band, you, and then we had our friends Honor and Maddie who came and helped with the props along the side. And I thought there was great hope to begin with, and there was a point of dwindling. There was a point around 5 hours in, and we were like, are we going to get it? But the thing about the video that was really hard is that actually, from a planning point of view, you'd done really well in sitting down with us in a pub and going through how you wanted to work it. And
in a pub, that's how we roll.
In a pub.
Business meeting. The video project, meet in the pub.
Business meeting. You'd gone through, obviously, I was going to say the shots, but the shot. You'd gone through the shot, the steps. We knew what we were going to take you through, but then on the day, we had never taken Honor and Maddie through it.
Yeah.
So there was that challenge in that we had to kind of train them and teach them the song that they hadn't even ever heard before, and the video, and get it shot in one day in a field. Yeah,
and with no prior rehearsal.
Nothing. No.
And no props.
No, we made the props. So we made some of the props prior, but some of the props we made on the day, when we were in the field.
Yeah. So for me, like when we got to the field, there was a few challenges that was like, first of all, it was ridiculously bright. Maybe if we did it again, I would try and rig up some like filters onto the phone lens so that we could have dimmed that a little bit. As it happened, I think we got away with it.
It's so vibrant, I love it.
It's very vibrant, but yeah, there's definitely some sort of, if I wanted to be super critical of it, then like a kind of the motion is, to get that smooth motion, you have to kind of slow that shutter speed, and we just couldn't do that because it was so bright. But I think it kind of works. I think it adds to the kind of vibe of the video. We essentially, the song's like what, 2.5 minutes? 2.5 minutes long. We went through that song on the day in the field, walking up and down the lane where we shot it. I don't know how many times.
So many times.
But like we must have spent like 5 hours just rehearsing.
Just
walking
rehearsing.
Walking up and down.
And trying to get it.
And we'd kind of drawn it out, hadn't we? So we knew where the props needed to be.
Yes.
But what we hadn't worked out, and I think what maybe we'd underestimated how long it was going to take, was where the people need to be
to get the props in time
to get the props in time to get them into the frame. and then to be able to get rid of the prop and get onto the next one. So it was like there was never enough hands.
No, because there was only me. Mainly the video is just me and you, really, isn't it? To begin with, it's just me, and then there was 4 other people.
Well, it's not me. I'm not in it.
I'm
behind the camera. Yeah.
So the video is mainly me. For the majority of the time, and then there's 4 people running around trying not to get into shot and passing me various things and me throwing things and hoping I don't hit anyone in the face with a clock. And then at the end, obviously the boys come in, and they had to obviously drop their props, run in, get their instruments, and make it look like it was easy. So it was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was super easy.
So we made you shoot a 2.5 minute video on an iPhone in one shot. How was that for you, Will?
Yeah, no, it was great. I relished the challenge. There were a couple of things that were quite difficult about it. The first one obviously was like the stabilisation, which I think we sorted with the rig. Secondly was the amount of takes that we had to do.
12.
Plus all of the rehearsals before we started rolling. But 12 actual takes. But I guess that's not so much to do with the iPhone bit, that's to do with the one take. With the iPhone, we lost a really good take, didn't we? Because the iPhone just got so hot. So if you're ever shooting on an iPhone, I'm using an 8 Plus, this beast, and it was quite new.
It was
at the time. Yeah. But the first take that we did,
it was so good. It's
fair to say, pretty much nailed all of the movement. Could have been like first take, and I took my laptop so that when we got a take I could get the footage off and review it straight away, and I put it in and it was stuttering, like really badly stuttering, and I was like, oh, it must just be like still like rendering or like, or I was hoping that was the case, but I guess deep down I was like,
you knew deep down.
Usable. And the worst thing, and if you do any kind of videography you can probably relate to this, but like the worst thing was feeling completely powerless, because it was like, I've checked my settings, I know the theory of how this works, but it's not working, and I'm on a, you know, we're in
a
that
field
place
where there was no electricity, no water.
No, and we had a limited amount of time as well, so it was just like, well, I don't know what to do now. There's a problem and I can't solve it, and luckily just trying again and hoping for the best.
It
basically worked. The other thing that was really difficult was the battery on the iPhone, because I was using it constantly, and I was using a piece of software, actually an app on the iPhone called Filmic Pro. I bored Candi talking to her about it in the lead up, but it's a really good camera app for the iPhone. Allows you a lot more flexibility with your exposure and your focus, gives you some exposure tools to help you nail the shot every single time. Quite hungry on the battery though, as I found. Maybe not much more than just using the camera, but yeah, it was quite tricky.
I mean, the shower radio out-batteried the iPhone.
Yeah.
And that's saying something.
As did the Zhiyun Smooth Q, that gimbal has got an enormous battery, and that I didn't charge that all day. And you know, the way that the way that I made sure that the battery on the phone stayed charged is I took 3 DJI drone batteries. I took my drone batteries because you're able to use them as a power pack. So I was charging my phone from a drone battery like throughout the day, and it would be like, we'll just do one more take because we're going to definitely nail it, and I'd just be like, guys, sorry, we're going to have to take like 30 minutes to recharge the batteries. I guess
it was so hot. It was just so hot.
I guess, you know, if we'd have had 2 iPhones, that would have been 2 identical iPhones.
That's asking for a lot, Will.
High budget.
That's
not the budget for that.
That is too high budget for Lazybones.
Pluses. Whew, no. But yeah, other than that, it was kind of fine, wasn't it? And all of the hassle, you know, all of the pain that we went through to get the one shot.
God, so worth it.
We just made the editing process really easy, didn't it?
Yeah, you were just like, done.
Not a lot of editing to do on a one-take video. You just sort of cut the beginning off, cut the end off, and that's fine.
Put some colour
Oh, I tell you what, as well. We haven't mentioned the secret to the secret sauce.
What secret? What secret are you talking about, Will?
Slowing.
Oh
the track.
no! You can't tell them
That's
that.
movie magic.
You can't
Movie
tell them
magic.
that.
So yeah, we slowed the track down to 80%, so that we had time to move everything, and then we speeded it up in post, which was
But that
really
also was
weird.
the jolting. We wanted that kind
The
of added
glitchy,
to that kind of glitchy, like.
Yeah, the weirdness. Yeah, but it also made getting the props to the right
So
place
much easier.
so much easier. And if we did it again, I would actually be tempted to slow it even more, not to make life easier.
It was quite hard to mime.
I think, slowing it to like 50% would have actually made your life really difficult.
Yeah.
But I think the effect would have been even more
bigger.
Maybe it would have been too much, but I don't know. It would have been fun to try, I think.
I feel like we've rose tinted it. Like we're remembering it, like, you know, like childbirth is horrendous, and people are like, "Oh, it was so great." I feel like that's what the experience is like. I feel like it was like 9 hours of hot. You got so sunburned.
I got so
sunburned.
Use sun protection.
Yeah, your back of your neck was so red from just facing the sun and going backwards.
Well, that was the worst thing as well. Was that I only walked in one direction all day. I like walked down this lane. I would like walked along like that, and then I'd press record and I would walk backwards to the beginning, and then we'd be like, "Cut, let's go again," and I'd walk forwards.
I was with you most of the time. In all fairness.
But you managed. You were obviously.
I was in it. I was in full double denim, sweating.
Yeah, but
ready.
You must have had some sunscreen on or something. I was putting sun cream onto my already red arms at about 4 o'clock. I don't think I had any
sun cream on.
Oh, really?
But I was pretty much covered in denim.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't need any sun cream.
Yeah. The next day when I woke up, I was just red, just on the one side. Just on the one side, and I had like a really white section by my eye where my sunglasses.
Oh, I did have that. I did have
a really white sunglasses line. But yeah,
it was good though. We went to the pub afterwards.
It was hot. We went to the pub.
That was good.
We toasted our success.
That moment though, the moment where we got that take, and then your phone pretty much died straight afterwards, and we just went, "Yes,
we've got it. We've got to have got it." Yeah, and actually, I'm quite impressed that like we got it in as fewer takes as we did. Obviously, we did a lot of practicing and planning in the morning, but when we actually came to do that, the actual sort of take, we did like, what was it, 6 or 7?
12.
12.
12.
12. But half
some of them were partial.
Yeah, that's more like it. We didn't do that. It wasn't full takes.
No.
Some of them it was like action. Oh, cut, go again. So it didn't really matter.
And we had the snappy thing. What's the snappy thing?
The snappy thing.
We had the snappy thing, and we were really keen, weren't we, to like keep that legitimate, that number. So even if it was going to go up to like 50, we were going to write 50 on there.
So what you see at the beginning of the video is true. It's a true representation.
It was great. It was great. The video is great. I think like there's a really nice quality about it where there's moments where like the balloons are popped and you can physically see me kind of go because I hate popping balloons, but that's so human.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's got a charm, hasn't it? It's an authentic thing that was an experience to make.
I only drink out of coconuts now. That's what I do in my life.
Plastic coconuts.
Plastic coconuts with horrible straws.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up. So the video, it's out now. When you're watching it, it's out. So
the video is out now. And it's for our single Heartbeat Like a Drum, which is on all the usual suspects, Spotify, blah, 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 blah.
Link in the description.
And Heartbeat Like a Drum is the first single from our debut EP, Bang Bang. See what we did there? And that's going to be out next year, and you can pre-order it now on our website or on our Facebook.
And
and we've got new teas. Look at this tea.
I don't know if you can see.
Oh no, it wasn't enough.
Q cutting. We've got
great merch.
Check out the merch.
Loads of merch.
Hashtag merch.
Hashtag life.
Okay, that's enough. So I hope you found that interesting in some way. maybe even helpful. If you've not tried your hand at iPhone video, then give it a go. It's amazing what you can achieve with just the phone that's in your pocket. This has been Candi. I've been Will. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.